Several people have been arrested following the death of a 36-year-old Hutt Valley man the police say is linked to synthetic drugs. The man's death has been referred to the coroner, and the police say they're investigating the manufacture and supply of the illicit substances after seizing significant quantities of synthetic drugs from a property in Porirua. At a police conference a short time ago, Kapiti Mana Area Commander Tracy Thompson said there have been 17 incidents in her district related to synthetic drugs since November the 1st.
Porirua Police today executed a search warrant at Cannons Creek in relation to the supply of psychoactive substances. 2 people, a man and a woman, are currently helping police with inquiries in relation to that warrant. Today's search is part of our commitment to keeping our communities safe. Police are focused on holding to account those that manufacture and supply synthetic drugs. These substances are extremely harmful to our people and to our communities, and we're determined to stop the supply.
Well, Dr Paul Quigley is an emergency medicine specialist and clinical toxicologist at Wellington Hospital, and he sees first-hand harms caused by synthetic drugs. He joins me now. Hello, Dr Quigley.
Hi.
There's 17 cases in the Kapiti Mana area alone in 10 days. Is the problem of synthetic drugs getting worse?
No, I don't think there needs to be any particular hysteria about it getting worse. This is the pattern we have seen with these over the last, since July actually, where unfortunately, basically, I'm going to use the word, idiot dealers and manufacturers who don't understand these chemicals that they're then selling to people at all, make these batches that are way too strong. And then they basically cause this havoc. It does last for these short spells, perhaps a week and less, with terrible damage to the community in the process, and then it goes away. And underneath that, we know that there are people that are still using these substances, but it is the, don't really want to say the word safer, but at least the lower dose version, and it doesn't cause these harms.
So what are you seeing from this kind of latest incarnation that you say maybe since July? What are the symptoms that people are displaying?
Yeah, so what it is that the stuff that's being made is what we call really potent, which means a very small amount causes this enormous effect. And then the problem is that the dealers are then making it sort of double and triple strong. So a very potent or immediate effect drug that's then over strong. So it is truly an overdose in a single use. So the users think that they're just having a bong or a single puff, but what they're getting is this massive overdose. And what it causes is seizures, so epileptic fits, which then can cause them to aspirate and pass away because they choke on their own vomit. Well, one of the things we do know is that it also can cause cardiac arrhythmias, and it causes their heart to go into a rhythm that then again causes them to collapse to the ground, and they die suddenly, those ones. And we know that it's unfortunately it's random who this picks. The group of people that took the drug, they all passed out from the zombie phase that you've all heard about, but of that group, the majority woke up and one person didn't.
And in terms of the harm done, I mean, how does this compare to the more conventional or traditional, if I can use that word, harmful or illegal drugs that we are used to hearing about?
Yeah, this is right up in the top group of harm causes, because one of the other things is even in the lower dose, where we may not see some of these things like the fits and the heart problems, they are very addictive. So these drugs are only copying the THC part that is within cannabis, the plant, so it's only the hallucinogenic part, and it's pure. There is no other component to it, and it binds to all the receptors immediately, and that creates a very rapid path to addiction. When these drugs were illegal for a short period of time, and we were seeing some of the more harmful ones coming through, we were seeing users presenting to the department at 2, 3 in the morning in withdrawal because they couldn't get to smoke it, and that's how quickly they've become addicted.
And what more can authorities do to try and stay ahead of this, or to try and stop the problem?
What we need to really look at is, why do people want them in the first place? We've been very public at informing that these drugs kill people, and have been using, very blunt language about death and so on, and yet has not changed the user group from wanting these drugs. Now, that's probably because we're not reaching them properly. This has merely been this has been very dominated by Maori and Polynesian users, and in the sort of outreach part of the community. And so, we need to be getting into that part of the community, and we need to be putting it into their language, literally, of why are you doing this? And we need to address demand. Supply actually does get hit fairly regularly by our police colleagues, and they're doing the best they can. But the demand is still there, and we need to be addressing that better.
Thank you very much for your time this evening. That's Dr Paul Quigley, who's an emergency medicine specialist and clinical toxicologist at Wellington Hospital.